So this is my first finish for Flosstube at any rate. I've been stitching for a few decades, but I only just discovered Flosstube. And this kit took me maybe a couple weeks to finish up. I worked on it fairly steadily with only a couple other projects intruding. I bought it because when I was growing up, we had lilies of the valley across the front of our house. So I'd really like this to hang in my home. It's a Riolas kit, and I purchased it off of Amazon after I saw it on Instagram. It's stitched up really quickly, the chart was easy to read, and the floss was a little strange. It got fuzzy quite quickly, but I just used shorter lengths and then that wasn't a problem. And it's really soft, so the look of it made it all okay. The pattern was designed by Yulia Krasavina. I hope I'm not butchering her name. Here's a bit of a close-up. You can see there's very little back stitching. I kept the stitches as long as I could because I liked the look of it. It's a rather impressionistic design, which I like, and the greens are nice and soft, which is another thing that I really appreciated about this design. Here are some close-ups. In the bottom right-hand corner, you can see a close-up of my back. I tend to do mostly cross-country. I'm just learning these terms. I've only recently gotten into Flosstube. It was a fairly simple design. I didn't even need to highlight on the pattern to keep track of where I was at. So that made it a bit easier to keep up a good pace. The other thing I wanted to share today is that I've started organizing all the stuff, and there's a lot of it. I've got fabric that was given to me when I was in my teens, and some of it's Aida, some of it's linen. There are little bits and pieces left over from all kinds of things. Some of it's colored, some of it's white. So I have started making piles, and eventually, hopefully, I'll find projects for all of them. And the last thing, as part of my organizing, I've put all my kits into piles. Of the regular sized kits, so not including the ones that came with magazines and are smaller, I only have one that isn't started at all. The rest all have some kind of start to them. There are one or two that I'm not entirely sure I would ever finish, but most of them are things I actually really want to finish. In future videos, I might share some of them. Right now, my focus is mostly on the birth announcement type kits. I have 6 nieces and nephews, and 3 of them have theirs. The other 3 don't, and the youngest one is over 1 year old, and the oldest one is well into school years, so it's about time I finish them. So I've been listening to people talk about rotations and how they organize their time. My work hours are increasing, so my stitching time will go down, but I'm considering coming up with some kind of loose system. If I make it too rigid, I'll just quit. I know that from past experience. So I'll pick a few things and I'll see where it goes. Thanks for watching, and if you liked what I posted, please subscribe.